problem head on. We will find out ways and means how I can avoid that problem. Now the human being, Sonia Gandhi is 20 feet tall. That's the same thing. For a Western culture, 12 o'clock is 12 o'clock. For it is Indian stretchable time. This is one most important thing. This is actually the biggest challenge HR managers in India or many Eastern countries have, is that every other person is connected. So if I go to somebody something, you can be assured that it is heard by the everyone. I need to be sure whenever I implement something, it has to be scalable. Because I can't do one set of groups, because it will not work. But this is just things. Forget about it. This is just to give you a because both the speakers have been in existence for a very long time. They are small compared to that. 5,000 plus people, 7-8 years. Not really an expert. We at some point in time had people of 8 different ethnicities. Not beyond that. Had our own taste of things, but little bit things. But yeah, in a sense, I can relate to you things which has happened from scratch, because being part of the organization from early, we know what has happened. To give that context, just for that purpose. What actually happened is when we started the organization, we people from different cultures. Typically, in a software services company, software engineers will work till 8, 9, 10, 11, and continues. There is an American consultant who says 6 o'clock he is done with the day. He is not waiting for things. He says that I want it done by this time. Here we nod our head and then actually I have no. Okay. Now how do we manage these kind of things? We were worried that the organization doesn't behave. We have a common culture, have everything similar. We were drawn with an idea. Why is it not happening? Now what we used to do is we used to do employee satisfaction survey. We call it the people perception study. Of course, imagination, action, joy are the DNA of the basic essence of the organization. So we measured those. We measured values. Things were not looking very great. We were not understanding why is this numbers not syncing up. That's when we actually had a session for a leadership team by Professor who was faculty at Fordham University in New York. He said that nobody wants culture to be imposed. We want to have a common culture. And here is one person who comes and says, nobody wants cultures to be superimposed by somebody else's culture. So don't look for a common company. Now, then we said, how do we create a common system? He says, try to create a common set of values. Now, your organization should be driven by values, not by culture. Make values which are commonly accepted across the group. Now, I will show you, these were our values in 1991. Now, you can imagine what would have happened. In the meeting, Professor had this session with the leadership team. He asked people, can you tell me what are your values? Not a single person was able to tell all the things. Now, you know what has happened to the values of the organization. It has not been shared by people. It has not been shared by people. It is something which is there good to posters on intranets, on websites. It had no value. Now that's when we said let's do something. So we started having meetings. We don't call people our employees people or employees. Minds to minds. So that's why it's called an all minds meet, or which is we started asking people what do you want to be associated. What is very close to your heart. And these kind of small meetings we started having, and based on that we arrived at this values: caring, learning, achieving, sharing, and socially responsible. Now this became the fundamental piece in the entire organization. That became the bedrock of all our activities. Everything that revolved around. Now it doesn't matter which culture you do. We always see, does it work with the value system that we have? How does it align with that and take it forward from there? Now, how do we get this across? We started having sessions by for the entire people. We actually, when we created this values, we were 600, 700 people. So in a sense, it is the values which are created by 700 people. It is a shared set of values of those 700 people, initial set of founding team. And so we had to re-communicate the whole. We had a lot of communication. And we went sometimes do other things. One of the things that we did magic shows. We showed people how to do sharing. Patients will show you, water, pour 1 glass of water and 10 glasses of water come out. So you put 1 glass and you keep sharing, you don't lose anything. Okay? Those kind of things, you have to look at innovative ways of communicating, and it becomes part and parcel. Today, values drive behavior, and if behavior which drives business. Now, that is the kind that we have. It's not that values are just posters. For us, it is detailed things. It is part and parcel of our life. Now, this is one value explained in detail what actually it happens. So people know at their work level, at their day-to-day affairs, what is that they need to do. It has become part and parcel of our. We start from when we evaluate people on the value system, seeing how closely aligned they are. They will be able to align to us, and it's part of our assimilation.